quickly take papers this morning, and we're starting with weekend leadership. The story just above the masthead. Empty spaces as Nigeria's youth flee elders' language. Details of that on page 27. On page 26, secrets of our over 40-year-old marriage couples. I wonder what the secrets are, because I want to believe patience is part of it.
Without patience, it can't work.
It's not your own name anyway.
Well, it's still the nice same thing. Patience is patience.
Anyway, new tax law. Nigeria Revenue Service takes over collection of mineral royalties. You can continue reading the story on page 7. Now, the leading story is actually connected to what we are talking about. Easter holiday, federal government places security men on red alert. Soldiers, policemen deployed in Kuje, civil defense personnel. Others on nationwide patrol. Details of that on pages 4 and 14. Now, the picture story is that of Catholic faithful dramatizing the suffering, crucifixion, and death of Jesus Christ at Our Lady Queen of Peace Catholic Church in Otako, Abuja yesterday. Now, let's take one more story. Easter, Tinubu urges peaceful politics. Respect for Electoral Act. Details of that on page 25. Now to Blueprint Weekend. We start with story just above the masthead. If you turn to page 6 of Blueprint, you will read just killings. The presidency clarifies Tinubu's meeting with victims at airport, says president determined to end decades-old conflict. Logistics issues. Davis visit. President's heartfelt sympathy goes to victims. Why Nigerians still borrow from loan apps despite cutthroat interests. Investigation. We are often forced to borrow because of emergency, says Abdullahi. The loans are collateralized. Okay, I hope I got that right. Collateralized. Olatunji. Don't borrow if you can't meet conditions, operator. And now, this loan app, I call them loan sharks, really.
Yeah.
And trust me, they have done more harm than good. And I don't know why people keep borrowing from this app. And then sometimes, if you're not even careful, somebody will borrow in your name.
Yes.
So that's something that needs to be looked into, because how is it possible that you don't know head and tail? You don't know how that, just because somebody have access to your BVN, that's all. If you go to Credit Central, you realize that your name is there as a debtor.
Hey, Lord have mercy.
It has happened to a friend.
Oh,
trust me, it's not a nice experience at all. Something needs to be done. More story, you can read further on pages 8 and 9.
Okay. They are coming to us.
All right, so the picture story is that of a Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Gas, Right Honorable Ekberikbe Ekpo, right there, flanked by his wife, Lady Ekpo, during the general audience by the Catholic Pontiff, His Holiness Pope Leo, at the Vatican City on Wednesday. Now, Osimhen bags Footballer of the Year award. Okay.
Alma, where are you?
Details of that on page 2. I know the producer of the show today is super happy that I mentioned Osimhen. Just the mention of the name.
She's screaming.
Thelma, you know I always got you. All right, so Weekend Trust is the last paper we're taking this morning. Just below the masthead, why Plateau crisis persists. Details of that on page 23. Gunmen abduct 7 family members in Kaduna. Details of that on page 9. Why APC is yet to welcome Governor Fubara. Details of that on page 27. Opposition parties battle for survival. Details of that on page 4. You can see APC there, Labour Party, ADC, NNPP. Of course, the goal is to emerge victorious come 2027. Living healthier, dying slowly. Story of Nigeria's fruit market. Details of that on page 14. Motor Parks, the new courier service. Details of that on page 11. And that's much we can take from the papers right now. Let's go join